For decades, millions of Indian families have relied on a vital economic lifeline, remittances sent from loved ones working in the United States. But now, a new proposal in the US Congress could drastically cut into that stream. A proposed 5% tax on money transfers made by non-citizens could change how much Indian families receive. This provision is part of a larger legislative package introduced in the US House of Representatives on May 12th, titled the One Big Beautiful Bill. At the heart of it lies a new excise tax that is 5% on every international remittance made by a non-citizen from the United States. It essentially targets money transfers made by people who are not US citizens but live and work there, including those on work H-1B and H-2A visas. The language is clear. The tax applies to all remittances unless the sender is a verified US sender defined as a US citizen or national. No minimum transaction limit, even small transfers will be taxed. And the tax will be collected by remittance service providers, banks, money transfer apps, and paid quarterly to the US Treasury. Now, more importantly, what does this mean for Indians? With nearly 2.3 million Indians living and working in the US under various programs, the impact could be enormous. In 2023 alone, Indians in the US sent home more than $23 billion, the single largest chunk of India's total remittances. A 5% tax on these transfers could mean a direct hit of over $1 billion annually. If a family in the US sends $1,000 to India each month, under the new proposal, $50 would be deducted in taxes. Either the family reduces the amount they send or pays more upfront to ensure the same net transfer, in this case approximately $1,052. According to a report by the Global Trade Research Initiative, the proposed tax could cost India anywhere between $12 to $18 billion annually in lost foreign exchange inflows. The reduced inflow of dollars could weaken the rupee by Rs 1 to Rs 1.5 per dollar, forcing the Reserve Bank of India to step in more frequently to stabilize the currency. States like Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar, which are heavily dependent on remittances for education, healthcare, and daily expenses, would be hit hardest. A cut in remittances also means a direct cut in household spending, slowing down local economies at a time when inflation is already straining budgets. Critics say that this tax punishes legal immigrants. People on H-1B and L-1 work visas, students on F-1, and even green card holders who haven't yet become citizens all would fall under the tax bracket. This includes earnings from jobs, investments, and even stock options. There are also fears that this could push money transfers into informal, unregulated channels, making remittances harder to track and increasing the risk of fraud or exploitation. It could also make the US a less attractive destination for global talent. A senior Indian official said that the tax, if passed, would effectively override existing tax treaties, a move considered unwelcome and aggressive in international diplomacy. The backlash isn't just limited to India. Mexico and El Salvador, two countries heavily dependent on remittances, have also raised concerns. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum called the proposal unacceptable, warning that workers are already paying income tax and this would amount to double taxation.
All Mexicans living in the United States pay taxes, whether they have documents or not. Everyone pays taxes. Some states even tax remittances. So then all Mexican political parties said no, no, no. We do not agree with this injustice. This is discriminatory.
But for proponents of the bill, largely Republican, this is part of a broader attempt to curb capital outflow and tighten control over foreign money transfers. Analysts say that the move signals a shift in US policy, from open capital movement to more protectionist measures. While it may strengthen the dollar in the short run, it threatens to disrupt a key pillar of financial support for millions globally. As of now, the tax is only a proposal. But for families in India, the alarm bells are already ringing. If enacted, the remittance transfer tax would apply to all qualifying transfers made on or after 1st of January 2026. The accompanying refund and reporting provisions will apply to tax years ending after that date. What should NRIs start preparing for? Here are some practical steps NRIs can consider. Track your remittances. Begin maintaining clear records of all foreign transfers for future tax reference. Review your US residency and citizenship status. If you are on the path to become a US citizen, it may impact your tax position. Stay informed. Follow the progress of this bill in the US Congress as amendments and final provisions could vary. Consult a tax advisor. Each individual's tax situation is unique. A qualified tax advisor can help you assess the impact of this new law and plan accordingly. The ripple effect of this US policy, if passed, will not just be economic. It could shake household budgets and disrupt decades of migration-driven financial stability. For more news and updates, keep watching Live Mint.